I like where you're going with this. Come on, you guys, grab something to drink. Spend a minute with me. Let's talk about this. Because I think I can add something, and I know the rest of you are going to have an opinion. Let's do this. What if it just became a ripple in order to change trajectory? But the horror of it, the actual truth of it, would cause so much harm, it actually might collapse an emotional density, like an actual reality. Hear me out. Mandela effects are intentional. Are they timeline shifts, or are they actual like psychological rifts put in to test to see how people are convicted in what they believe? There are many of us that know that we're there through the original ones. We grew up with them. We know that Ed McMahon was Publishers Clearinghouse dude. Vividly. In fact, go watch Kelly Mano. She's got a full video. She even found the envelopes and stuff. It's about challenging you to see what you believe. What are you paying attention to? Does it matter? Are you aware of your own timeline shifts, or are you focusing on the external world, which we can't say this enough to pound it into everybody's head? Inside is where the real world is. This is a projection. Okay? I'm not going to go there just yet, but hang on. Now, think about this. Look at how sensitive our world is right now. Everybody's feelings get so hurt, nobody can say a goddamn thing. Can you imagine the state of the human being right now in its current emotional state, which is confused, distracted, looking for dopamine hits, not knowing what the hell's going on, no direction, hopelessness, bored, lost? Shall I go on? You take society in that condition and then you dump the truth on them about all of that. See, the Diddy thing was out there, and it's free will, you guys. How does that trial go away without complete outrage from anyone? Hypnosis. I did a live last night reading from a government study document on human behavior and how we are affected by our ESP, extrasensory perception, which they have convinced the world is voodoo and devil, and when it's your body. It's your own receptors within your system. It's your extrasensory perception. Taste, touch, sight, hearing, and smell. Okay? 1 in 5 people can be hypnotized without their consent or knowledge. Without their consent or knowledge. And that number is much higher now. That was in 1972. That number is probably 1 out of 3 now. Or not, or higher. And here's the other thing that's really interesting. If you're an Rh negative blood type, you're not susceptible to their programming. We are very different. That's why I'm sitting here telling you guys, I see it. They can't get me. They can only wipe me out so I don't talk to you guys. So at the end of the day, would it benefit the public to know the true horrors? Is there not another way to expose what's really going on without sending the collective, the entire human race, into rage and despair so deep that it could literally collapse a universe? Dead serious, think about it. 8 billion people, if you even have a quarter of them affected in extreme anger or extreme depression, you're going to collapse a timeline. You're going to collapse a timeline for sure. So maybe now that I said that, all the dribbles are just controlled collapse. Because people are seeing it, they're choosing not to look at it. It's like back at, when we used to be we are the world, we are the children, right? When we were trying to feed everybody. Well, these assholes can fund billions of dollars in a war that none of us want, but they can't feed the kids. Nonprofit organizations have to beg the public for money, yet billions of dollars are sent out of country to patch up kids that are blown up in other countries. The food bank begs the public for donations, and we pay taxes, by the way. So half of our money's already gone before we're supposed to be charitable too. Like, they'll get you no matter what. You're not going to have anything. They bleed you dry. 1,000 tiny cuts, you guys. So why do food banks have to beg the public for food, and corporations and food establishments under health guides by the government have to throw their food out at the end of the day? And if you are caught going into a dumpster to take that food out to give it to the homeless, that's a crime. This world doesn't make any sense. So how do you go with all of that and people buy into it and they keep supporting it, even though on some level, see, the awakening is about the souls are now saying, we're not doing this anymore. We are too, like, we can't do this anymore. Look, we let the human go as long as we could. Now it's time for the souls to rise. If you think that we are not in a spiritual war, at the end of the day, whatever you think, not you, but you know what I mean, people in general, aliens are, or angels are, or forces are, it's all energy. It's all energy. The form it takes is based on your experience and projection and perception, and whether you can be easily hypnotized or are you waking up. Don't worry about Mandela effects. You guys, if you don't start focusing right now 100% on you, things are escalating very quickly now. It's time. Okay? Subscribe. Go to my patreon.com/thehappyhealer. Let me get you present. The time for worrying about your past and your grievances and your owies and your whatever, it's a trap to keep you weak so that you don't understand how all of that, you don't have to carry it like a burden. It's an experience. Let me get you there. 1 hour with me will change your life, I swear, or your money back. And I'm not even expensive. thehappyhealer.org. I do families, couples, individuals, and groups. Let's get you all present right now without all the garbage. Because you know what it feels like to live like this. So what's holding you back from letting all that go and stepping into your power and your sovereignty as a soul, having a human experience without all that control? Let me know what you think in the comments.